Marty got up earlier than I did. He said the vultures weren't around, but I just went over here, and they are around. So they're going to get their breakfast. A little party all day today. Nice day today. Nice. I'm on a much earlier sleeping schedule, getting up, which is hard to do. I'm so tired early. That's why. Doing stuff, you know. Just be kicking it. I think I'm going to Hilton Head again tomorrow or the day after. Lox platter. You guys ready to party? You guys ready to party? Let's kick it. All four. Let's eat breakfast. Hey, why not? Let's eat breakfast. Let's eat breakfast. Let's kick it. Where were you guys earlier, huh? Kicking it? Let's set this down for a second. Oh yeah. This is early morning Vulture Party. I think you got hot dogs. You don't really like hot dogs though. They're hungry, really hungry this morning. What's interesting to me is how those big, long wings fold back so perfectly. I mean, what a heck of a joint. I'm gonna try a hot dog. There's the turkey vultures. If I stay here, that'll give these guys a chance to eat in peace. That's Mom right there and Dad in the back. He's always been a little skittish. There's a turkey vulture. You give us a warning flyby. Here's such gorgeous birds. You know, it's another poor example of human behavior. People think they're, ask kids, they think they're ugly. They think they're connected to death. And they don't go to bat for them. Or the songbirds, of course, the bald eagle. These things get villainized just by the way they look. It's a bunch of bullshit. You know how much garbage would be around without these birds? Plus, they don't hurt anything. Yeah, once in a while, I guess a bunch of them go someplace and they complain they crap on their roofs. But as far as like benefits outweighing the downside, definitely a huge benefit. You should embrace the black vulture. Turkey vulture too. I think I'm so lucky to be able to get this close to these birds and to like see them and see how they eat and notice the differences and personality changes. And you guys were around and they were just little chicks in the egg, actually. Now look, it's hard to believe in 6 months something could be flying all over the place, navigating, chasing off other birds. I think I'm going to give them the rest of this. I wasn't going to, but I'll just pick them up something else. You know, we're starting to want to feed the turkey vultures. We feel bad for them if they see other animals eating. I've mentioned this before, but animals, all animals, deer, birds. I notice it with these birds. They're supercomputers when it comes to observation. They get tricked, of course, with bait piles and stuff like that by hunters, but I'll give you an example. Like, I've been messing around with these for going on 3 years, and if somebody new comes, they'll take off. They're cool with Marty now too, but I've actually been driving down the road before and seen them flying and watched them turn around and follow me and land in a tree, and then come down to get something to eat. And if somebody new comes or a new vehicle, they take off. So, you know, the turkey vultures are hungry too. I don't really mind when I have excess food like this. This shows you these turkey vultures have realized through feeding these black vultures that I'm not really a threat. And they'll grab a whole turkey leg like that one just did right now and take off. And I've noticed they're less particular about food. There he goes, just took a whole turkey leg. I mean chicken leg. I mean, that's a hell of a score for today's food. They're bigger birds. I say better flyers, that's not necessarily true. Look at that gorgeous bird flying. Just look at these things. Steering around with those feathers on the end is what steer them. And their turkey vulture is a much softer landing. The black vulture is kind of a controlled crash. I'll go over here so the turkey vultures can get the hamburgers or the hot dogs. hot dogs. See him? There, he just took off with the whole chicken leg. I love watching these birds. This one, he wants to get a little bit. He's mimicking a Chinese fire drill. What is so surprising to me is how these birds just depend on roadkill, pretty much, and that there's enough of it to go around. Such great flyers. And living too, that's what gets me. I wouldn't even believed it. Let's say there were no birds, and then one day they were gonna like just bring in some vultures and there were no birds, and you saw them flying. It'd look like dinosaur magazines came to life. If they said they had these big feet and they just smell for like miles away, 5-foot wingspans, they just come down to eat and they leave, I wouldn't believe it. And then you see it and it's like, wow, man, this is awesome. And no help. Matter of fact, these things are harassed and hassled. People hit them on purpose in their cars, just minding their own business. And they just raise their young, survive for what? That's the $50,000 question. And how one branch broke off from another. Look at vultures of the world. Look at the king vulture. You know, a condor is in the vulture family. The birds are like killer. Here they're eating meat, and just 50 feet away they're eating seed. And they all split off from the original bird. It's insane. I don't know why somebody hasn't microchipped these and taught them to be like bloodhounds. They'd be way better at it. And they're smart. I mean, you could just let, like where you were looking for a cadaver, just let a couple of these go and have at it. Just follow that transmitter. Now, they'd be landing on dead squirrels and stuff too, but they'd also be finding bodies, especially if you trained them for that.